Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon with another episode of DC Universe Online. So 2 years ago, actually probably over 2 years ago, I did a video trying to create the Gotham by Gaslight version of Batman. And that definitely needs a refresh today because we got a new style piece that's much better than what we had before for Halloween, and that's the Victorian Cowl. And also back in 2018, that was only the beginning of like materials, so we didn't have any chromas yet. And the only materials that were out, at least to the general public, was the Champion Pack, which I didn't end up using for Gotham by Gaslight Batman. Other than that, there were just like the rare ones like Phoenix and Cosmic. So we didn't have that option to unify pieces yet. So what I'm going to do here is I tried to revert back to what I created 2 years ago. I think I got the style pieces right. If you want to see what makes this up, just click in the cards above. I will link to that old video. I probably got everything but the colors exactly right because I forgot to note the colors back then. But it's a lot of basic pieces, and the main feature for Gotham by Gaslight Batman is I'm trying to recreate with multiple slots the cape / coat. It's kind of like a half trench coat going into a cape. So basically you need to meld the cowl, the shoulders, and the back piece into it. I guess the chest piece is sort of part of it too, but that is a different color. So I think what I'll do first is I'll try to replace this piece with materials, because there are actually aspects of this that are more accurate than the Victorian cowl that we have. It depends on like what option you're going for. Like this does have the clasps on the shoulders, and it's sort of like more opened up. But the shoulders, they don't really look like part of a trench coat, whereas the Victorian piece will. But the actual Gotham by Gaslight Batman is sort of somewhere in between the two, and we'll definitely take a look at that later when we see the finished piece with the Victorian. Okay, so checking out the materials, we're definitely going to need one of the blue composites, because that's the only like plain blue one that can unify the shoulders, head, and back pieces. And I'm going to try to use stealth for the body, the chest and legs. Most likely that's going to have to remain as a non-material because what we really want is like a cloth gray, and stealth might be a bit too metallic for that. So let's kind of knock that off first. Yeah, right off the bat, that looks too dark. But let's take a look at what it looks like with actual lighting. Yeah, that's definitely too dark. Just for kicks, I'm going to throw in black composite. Oh, not that version. We want to delete the neon. Yeah, black composite is also too dark. So what we're going to do there is just stick with the plain non-material. And there's no material conflict anyway. Usually you would use a material or chroma if like the chest and legs didn't match in texture. But I did pick two pieces that didn't reflect light that much. The top is retro tech, and the bottom piece is jeans. Like shape-wise, a lot of things can work for the legs, but the jeans kind of absorb the light, so it doesn't reflect too much. Okay, so what we're going to basically do now is replace the blue with the composites. Now some of these pieces might not work because we don't want the neon to show up. The cowl is one color, so that will work. And then we're going to replace the back. The back I'm kind of worried about. Or maybe we can black out the neon. Yeah, that's probably the best we're going to get for the back, but by making this composite, it basically blends the shoulders and back better than it was before. And then the hands are Dr. Fate, so that's only one slot. The feet might have 3 slots, so yeah, we'll have to delete the neon there, so that's not too bad. The belt is kind of like a dark dark bronze or a yellow. So what could we use for that? I think we'll just go with regular bronze. Oh, we gotta fix the head now. And let's see what bronze looks like. Okay, so this is the first step. This is the 2018 version. Not changing the styles, but putting all materials in there. So it's not a big difference. It just blends in the shoulders, cape, and cowl a little bit better, and it gives a realistic feel to the belt. Okay, so now we're going to swap in the Victorian Cowl. Now that might react a bit differently to the chroma, because I believe that's 3 slots. Okay, so it just makes the bat glow. So we're just going to darken that so it blends in a bit better. Now, the reason why we did the Mr. Miracle cape before was because we needed the collar, and we needed a collar that didn't clip into the cowl. So it was really the only one wide enough. Now that the Victorian cowl has a collar, we don't need the Miracle cape. We can use one of the bat capes. Because the Gotham by Gaslight Batman does have a normal bat cape that is part of the trench coat. Now what we're going to have to go with is probably Future Crusader. And the reason for that is it's the only one, like when you put a material on, it retains like the geometry. The other ones flatten out. So let me show you like what one of the older ones looks like. Shape-wise, I've always liked the Batgirl one, which is that Daring Vigilante. Yep. Well, actually, let's see, the composite actually kept some of that, but it's a little bit short for this character. It doesn't become as dark as the cowl. I think Future Crusader will have it, or we'll go with Enhanced Future Crusader because that's a newer one. It is a bit darker, and it's definitely longer, so we'll go with that. The cowl is like overly wide because I think they're trying to make it so it doesn't clip as much. It's still going to clip some styles, but that's kind of why it looks a little bit wide. It would be nice to have like a cape that kind of went a little bit over, but again, I think they don't have that for clipping reasons. So that would actually be the only change to this. Now, comparing the two though, like if you look at the actual comic book, the part where the drawstring is on the trench cape is more opened up, so it looks closer to the 2018 one. But as I mentioned before, it's kind of like the one in the comic book is kind of between the two styles I'm showing here. We can't actually recreate the actual one. Let's see if we run around. I want to see if the cape clips through. Yeah, this one also won't clip through because it has some strange inverse kinematics where it's clinging onto the body. So that kind of works out in this case, and it works out for like if you're doing still shots of Batman jumping. But yeah, so it's really only a shoulder and cape adjustment that I would do over what I had before. And I would lean towards using this new cowl just because it's a newer item. It's going to be more detailed, and it's going to match like the newer cape and stuff. So there it is. That is the updated 2020 Gotham by Gaslight using the Halloween Victorian Cowl piece. So let me know which one you think is better, the older one, the newer one, or if I just did the older one with the material. Okay, that is it from here. Thanks for watching.